I was once, sir, in great hope she had fixed her liking on this gentleman, my friend. Wooer, I did think so too, and would account I had a great Penworth aunt, to give half my state, that both she and I at this present stood unfeignedly on the same terms. Doctor, that intemperate surfeit of her eye hath distempered the other senses. They may return and settle again to execute their preordained faculties, but they are now in a most extravagant vagary. This you must do, confine her to a place where the light may rather seem to steal in than be permitted. Take Vipon you, young sir, her friend, the name of Palamon, say you come to eat with her and to commune of love. This will catch her attention, for this her mind beats upon. Other objects that are inserted tween her mind and eye become the pranks and friskins of her. Madness, sing to her such green songs of love, as she says Palamon hath sung in prison. Come to her, stuck in as sweet flowers as the season is mistress of, and thereto make an addition of some other compounded odors which are grateful to the sense. All this shall become Palamon, for Palamon can sing, and Palamon is sweet and every good thing. Desire to eat with her, carve her, drink to her, and still among, intermingle your petition of grace and acceptance into her favor. Learn what maids have been her companions and playfears, and let them repair to her with Palamon in their mouths, and appear with tokens, as if they suggested for him. It is a falsehood she is in, which is with falsehood to be combated. This may bring her to eat, to sleep, and reduce what's now out of square in her, into their former law and regiment. I have seen it approved, how many times I know not, but to make the number more I have great hope in this. I will, between the passages of this project, come in with my appliance. Let us put it in execution, and hasten the success which, doubt not, will bring forth comfort. Flourish. Exeunt. Actus Quintus. Scena 1. Before the temples of Mars, Venus, and Diana. Enter Theseus, Perithous, Hippolyta, attendants. Theseus. Now let him enter, and before the gods. Tender their holy prayers, let the temples burn bright with sacred fires, and the altars in hallowed clouds commend their swelling incense. To those above us, let no dew be wanting, flourish of cornets. They have a noble work in hand, will honor the very powers that love 'em. Enter Palamon and Arcite and their knights. Pdrithous. Sir, they enter. Theseus. You valiant and strong-hearted enemies. You royal German foes that this day come to blow that furnace out that flames between ye. Lay by your anger for an hour, and dove-like, before the holy altars of your helpers, the all-feared gods, bow down your stubborn bodies. Your ire is more than mortal, so your help be. And as the gods regard ye, fight with Eustis. I'll leave you to your prayers, and betwixt ye I part my wishes. Pdrithous. Honor crown the worthiest, exit Theseus and his train. Palamon. The glass is running now that cannot finish. Till one of us expire, think you but thus. That were there aught in me which strove to show mine enemy in this business, were't one eye against another, arm oppressed by arm. I would destroy offender, cause I would. Though parcel of myself, then from this gather. How I should tender you. Arcite. I am in labor. To push your name, your ancient love, our kindred. Out of my memory, and I self same place. To seat something I would confound, so hoist we. The sails, that must these vessels port even where the heavenly limiter pleases. Palamon. You speak well. Before I turn, let me embrace thee, cousin. This I shall never do again. Arcite. One farewell. Palamon. Why let it be so, farewell cause, exeunt Palamon and his knights. Arcite. Farewell, sir. Knights, kinsmen, lovers, yea, my sacrifices. True worshippers of Mars, whose spirit in you expels the seeds of fear and apprehension, which still is farther off it, go with me. Before the God of our profession, there require of him the hearts of Leon, and the breath of tigers, yea, the fierceness too. Yea, the speed also, to go on, I mean. Else wish we to be snails, you know my prize. Must be dragged out of blood, force, and great feet. Must put my garland on where she sticks. The queen of flowers, our intercession then. Must be to him that makes the camp a cestron. Brimdy with the blood of men, give me your aid. And bend your spirits towards him. Thou mighty one, that with thy power hast turned green Neptune into purple, whose approach comets prewarn, whose havoc in vast failed. Earth's skulls proclaim, whose breath blows down. The teeming Ceres foison, who doth pluck with hand armipotent from forth blue clouds. The mason turrets that both maxed and breaksty. The stony girths of cities, me thy pupil, youngest follower of thy drum, instruct this day. With military skill, that to thy laud I may advance my streamer, and by thee be stilled the Lord oath day, give me, great Mars, some token of thy pleasure. Here they fall on their faces as formerly, and there is heard clanging of armor, with a short thunder as the burst of a battle, whereupon they all rise and bow to the altar. O great corrector of enormous times, shaker of o'er-rank states, thou grand decider of dusty and old tittles that healst with blood the earth when it is sick and curse the world. Oath plurality of people, I do take thy signs auspiciously, and in thy name. To my Dezine march boldly, let us go. Enter Palamon and his knights with the former observance. Palamon. Our stars must glister with new fire, or be. Today are extinct, our argument is love. Which if the goddess of it grant, she gives. Victory too, then blend your spirits with mine. You, whose free nobleness do make my cause. Your personal hazard to the goddess Venus. Commend we our proceeding, and implore her power unto our party, here they kneel as formerly. Hail, sovereigny queen of secrets, who hast power to call the fiercest tyrant from his rage, and weep unto a girl that hausti the might, even with an eye glance to choke Marcy's drum, and turn alarm to whispers that canst make a cripple flourish with his crutch and cure him. Before Apollo, that mazed force the king to be his subjects' vassal and induce stale gravity to dance the pud bachelor, whose youth, like wanton boys through bonfires, have skipped thy flame, at 70 thou canst catch, and make him, to the scorn of his hoarse throat, abuse young lays of love, what godlike power hast thou not power upon, to Phoebus thou add'st flames hotter than his, the heavenly fires did scorch his mortal son, thine him, the huntress. All moist and cold, some say, began to throw her bow away and sigh, take to thy grace. Me, thy vowed soldier, who do bear thy yoke. As were a wreath of roses, yet is heavier. Then lead itself, stings more than nettles. I have never been foul-mouthed against thy law. Never revealed secret, for I knew none, would not. Had I kenned all that were, I never practiced. Vipon man's wife, nor would the libels read. Of liberal wits, I never at great feasts sought to betray a beauty, but have blushed. At simpering sirs that did, I have been harsh to large confessors, and have hotly asked them if they had mothers. I had one a woman, and women were they wronged, I knew a man. Of 80 winters, this I told them, who, alas, of 14 brighted, 'twas thy power to put life into dust. The aged cramp had screwed his square foot round. The gout had knit his fingers into knots, torturing convulsions from his globy eyes, had almost drawn their spheres that what was life in him seemed torture. This anatomy had by his young fair fear a boy, and I believed it was him, for she swore it was. And who would not believe her? Brief I am. To those that prate and have done no companion. To those that boast and have not a defier. To those that would and cannot a rejoicer. Yea, him I do not love, that tells close offices. The foulest way, nor names concealments in. The boldest language, such a one I am. And vow that lover never yet made sigh. Truer than I owe then, most soft, sweet goddess. Give me the victory of this question, which is true love's merit, and bless me with a scene of thy great pleasure. Here music is heard, doves are seen to flutter, they fall again upon their faces, then on their knees. Palamon. O thou, that from 11 to 90 reignst in mortal bosoms, whose chase is this world. And we in herds thy game, I give thee thanks for this fair token, which, being laid unto mine innocent true heart, arms in assurance. My body to this business, let us rise and bow before the goddess, time comes on. Still music of records. Enter Emilia in white, her hair about her shoulders, wearing a wheaten wreath, one in white holding up her train, her hair stuck with flowers, one before her carrying a silver hind, in which is conveyed incense and sweet odors, which being set upon the altar of Diana, her maid standing aloof, she sets fire to it. Then they curtsy and kneel. Emilia, O sacred, shadowy, cold and constant queen, abandoner of revels, mute, contemplative, sweet, solitary, white as chaste and pure, as windafan snow, who to thy fem all nights allow'st no more blood than will make a blush. Which is their order's robe, I hear thy priest. Am humbled for thine altar, O vouchsafe. With that thy rare green eye, which never yet beheld thing maculate, look on thy virgin. And, sacred silver mistress, lend thine ear, which never heard scurril term, into whose port near entered wanton found, to my petition. Seasoned with holy fear, this is my last. Of vestal office I am bride habited. But maiden-hearted, a husband I have pointed. But do not know him, out of two I should choose one and pray for his success, but I am guiltless of election, of mine eyes. Were I to loose one, they are equal precious. I could doom neither, that which perished should go toot unsentient, therefore most modest queen. He of the two pretenders, that best loves me, and has the truest title in't, let him take off my wheaten gerland, or else grant the file and quality I hold, I may continue in thy band. Here the hind vanishes under the altar, and in the place ascends a rose tree, having one rose upon it. See what are general of ebbs and flows out from the bowels of her holy altar. With sacred act advances, but one rose. If well inspurred, this battle shall confound both these brave knights, and I, a virgin flower, must grow alone unplucked. Here is heard a sodding twang of instruments, and the rose fouls from the tree, which vanishes under the altar. The flower is foulny, the tree descends, O mistress. Thou here dischargest me, I shall be gathered. I think so, but I know not thine own will. Vieng clasped thy mystery, I hope she's pleased. Her signs were gracious, they curtsy and exeunt. Skina too, a darkened room in the prison. Enter Doctor, Eisler and Wooer, in habit of Palamon. Doctor, has this advice I told you done any good upon her? Wooer, oh very much, the maids that kept her company have half persuaded her that I am Palamon. Within this half hour she came smiling to me, and asked me what I would eat, and when I would kiss her. I told her presently, and kissed her twice. Doctor, 'twas well done, 20 times had been far better. For there the cure lies mainly. Wooer. Then she told me she would watch with me tonight, for well she knew what hour my fit would take me. Doctor, let her do so. And when your fit comes, fit her home. And presently, wooer, she would have me sing. Doctor, you did so. Wooer, no. Doctor, 'twas very ill done then. You should observe her every way. Wooer, alas, I have no voice, sir, to confirm her that way. Doctor, that's all one if ye make a noise. If she entreat again, do anything. Lie with her if she ask you. Ye Eiler, hoa's there, doctor. Doctor, yes, in the way of cure. Ye Eiler, but first by your leave. I'th way of honesty. Doctor, that's but a niceness. Never cast your child away for honesty. Cure her first this way, then if she will be honest. She has the path before her. Ye Eiler, thank ye, doctor. Doctor, pray bring her in. And let's see how she is. Ye Eiler, I will and tell her. Her Palamon stays for her, but doctor, methinks you are wrong still. Doctor, go, go. You fathers are fine fools, her honesty. And we should give her physic till we find that. Wooer, why do you think she is not honest, sir? Doctor, how old is she? Wooer, she's 18. Doctor, she may be. But that's all one, 'tis nothing to our purpose. Whate'er her father says, if you perceive. Her mood inclining that way that I spoke of. Videlicet the way of flesh you have me. Wooer, yet very well, sir. Doctor, please her appetite. And do at home, it cures her ipso facto. The melancholy humor that infects her. Wooer, I am of your mind, doctor. Enter Eigler, daughter, maid. Doctor, you'll find it so, she comes, pray humor her. Ye Eiler, come, your love Palamon stays for you, child. And has done this long hour to visit you. Daughter, I thank him for his gentle patience. He's a kind gentleman, and I am much bound to him. Did you never see the horse he gave me? Ye Eiler, yes. Daughter, how do you like him? Ye Eiler, he's a very fair one. Daughter, you never saw him dance. Ye Eiler, no. Daughter, I have often. He dances very finely, very comely. And for a eag, come cut and long tail to him. He turns ye like a top. Ye Eiler, that's fine indeed. Daughter, he'll dance the Morris 20 mile an hour. And that will founder the best hobby horse, if I have any skill in all the parish. And gallops to the turn of light a love. What think you of this horse? Ye Eiler, having these virtues, I think he might be brought to play at tennis. Daughter, alas, that's nothing. Ye Eiler, can he write and read too? Daughter, a very fair hand, and casts himself th accounts. Of all his hay and provender, that hostler must rise betime that cousins him, you know. The chestnut mare the Duke has. Ye Eiler, very well. Daughter, she is horribly in love with him, poor beast. But he is like his master, coy and scornful. Ye Eiler, What dowry has she? Daughter. Some 200 bottles. And 20 strike of oats, but he'll ne'er have her. He lisps in's neighing, able to entice. A miller's mare, he'll be the death of her. Doctor. What stuff she utters. Ye Eiler. Make curtsy, here your love comes. Wooer. Pretty soul. How do ye, that's a fine maid, there's a curtsy. Daughter. Yours to command, ith way of honesty. How far ist now toth endoth world my masters. Doctor. Why a day's irony, wench? Daughter. Will you go with me? Wooer. What shall we do there, wench? Daughter. Why play at stool ball? What is there else to do? Wooer. I am content. If we shall keep our wedding there. Daughter. 'Tis true. For there, I will assure you, we shall find some blind priest for the purpose that will venture to marry us, for here they are nice and foolish. Besides, my father must be hanged tomorrow, and that would be a blot-ith business. Are not you Palamon? Wooer. Do not you know me? Daughter. Yes, but you care not for me, I have nothing but this poor petticoat and 2 coarse smocks. Wooer. That's all one, I will have you. Daughter. Will you surely? Wooer. Yes, by this fair hand will I. Daughter. Wheel to bed then. Wooer. Even when you will. Daughter. Oh, sir, you would fain be nibbling. Wooer. Why do you rub my kiss off? Daughter. 'Tis a sweet one, and will perfume me finely against the wedding. Is not this your cousin Arcite? Doctor. Yes, sweetheart. And I am glad my cousin Palamon has made so fair a choice. Daughter. Do you think he'll have me? Doctor. Yes, without doubt. Daughter. Do you think so too? Ye Eiler. Yes. Daughter. We shall have many children, Lord, how y'are grown. My Palamon, I hope, will grow too finely. Now he's at liberty, alas, poor chicken. He was kept down with hard meat and ill lodging. But I'll kiss him up again. Am ter a messenger? Messenger? What do you hear? You'll loose the noblest sight that ever was seen. Ye Eiler. Are they ice field? Messenger. They are. You bear a charge there too. Ye Eiler. I'll away straight. I must even leave you here. Doctor. Nay, we'll go with you. I will not loose the fight. Ye Eiler. How did you like her? Doctor. I'll warrant you within these 3 or 4 days. I'll make her right again, you must not from her. But still preserve her in this way. Wooer. I will. Doctor. Let's get her in. Wooer. Come, sweet, we'll go to dinner. And then we'll play at cards. Daughter. And shall we kiss too? Wooer. 100 times. Daughter. And 20. Wooer. 20. Daughter. And then we'll sleep together. Doctor. Take her offer. Wooer. Yes, marry will we. Daughter. But you shall not hurt me. Wooer, I will not sweet. Daughter, if you do love, I'll cry. Skina 3, a place near the lists. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, Emilia, Perithous, and some attendants, T. Tuck, Curtis. Emilia, I'll no step further. Pdrithous. Will you loose this sight? Emilia, I had rather see a wren hawk at a fly. Then this decision, every blow that falls. Threats a brave life, each stroke laments. The place whereon it fouls and sounds more like a bell then blade, I will stay here. It is enough my hearing shall be punished. With what shall happen, gainst the which there is no deaffing but to hear, not taint mine eye. With dread sights it may shun. Pdrithous. Sir, my good lord, your sister will know further. Theseus. Oh, she must. She shall see deeds of honor in their kind, which sometimes show well penciled, nature now shall make and act the story, the belief. Both sealed with eye and ear, you must be present. You are the victor's meed, the price and garland. To crown the question's title. Emilia. Pardon me. If I were there, I'd wink. Theseus. You must be there. This trial is as T were ath night and you. The onely star to shine. Emilia. I am extinct. There is but envy in that light which shows. The one the other, darkens whichever was. The dam of horror, who do stand accursed. Of many mortal millions, may even now. By casting her blacky mantle over both. That neither could have find other, get herself. Some part of a good name, and many a murther. Set off were two she's guilty. Hippolyta. You must go. Emilia. In faith I will not. Theseus. Why, the knights must kindle their valor at your eye, know of this war. You are the treasure, and must needs be by. To give the service pay. Emilia. Sir, pardon me. The tittle of a kingdom may be tried out of itself. Theseus. Well, well then, at your pleasure. Those that remain with you could wish their office to any of their enemies. Hippolyta. Farewell, sister. I am like to know your husband for yourself. By some small start of time, he whom the gods do of the two know best, I pray them he be made your lot. Exeunt Theseus, Hippolyta, Perithous, and C. Emilia. Arcite is gently visaged, yet his eye is like an engine bent or a sharp weapon. In a soft sheath, mercy and manly courage are bedfellows in his visage. Palamon has a most menacing aspect, his brow is graved and seems to bury what it frowns on. Yet sometime tease not so, but alters to the quality of his thoughts, long time his eye will dwell upon his object, melancholy becomes him nobly, so do s Arcite's mirth. But Palamon's sadness is a kind of mirth, so mingled as if mirth did make him sad. And sadness merry, those darker humors that stick misbecomingly on others on them. Live in fair dwelling, cornets, trumpets sound as to a charge. Hark, how yon spurs to spirit do incite. The princes to their proof, Arcite may win me. And yet may Palamon wound Arcite too. The spoiling of his figure, oh what pity. Enough for such a chance, if I were by. I might do hurt, for they would glance their eyes toward my seat, and in that motion might omit a ward or forfeit an offense, which craved that very time. It is much better I am not there, oh better never born. Than minister to such harm, cornets, a great cry and noise within crying a Palamon, what is the chance? Servant. The cry s a Palamon. Emilia. Then he has one, 'twas ever likely. He looked all grace and success, and he is. Doubtless the primsty of men, I prithee run. And tell me how it goes, shote and cornets crying, a Palamon. Servant. Still Palamon. Emilia. Run and inquire, poor servant thou hast lost. Vipon my right side still I wore thy picture. Palamon's on the left, why so I know not. I had no end in else, chance would have it so. On the sinister side the heart lies, Palamon. Had the best boding chance, another cry and shote within and cornets, this burst of clamor. Is sure th end oath combat. Servant. They said that Palamon had Arcite's body. Within an inch oath pyramid, that the cry was general a Palamon, but anon. Th assistants made a brave redemption, and the two bold titlers at this instant are hand to hand at it. Emilia. Were they metamorphosed? Both into one, oh why, there were no woman. Worth so compost a man, their single share. Their nobleness peculiar to them, gives. The prejudice of disparity, values shortness, cornets, cry within, Arcite, Arcite. To any lady breathing, more exulting. Palamon still. Servant. Nay, now the sound is Arcite. Emilia. I prithee lay attention to the cry, cornets, a great shote and cry, Arcite victory, set both thine ears toth busons. Servant. The cry is Arcite and victory, hark, Arcite victory. The combat's consummation is proclaimed by the wind instruments. Emilia. Half sight so that Arcite was no babe, God's lid his richness. And costlines of spirit looked through him, it could no more be hid in him than fire in flax. Then humble banks can go to law with waters. That drift winds forced to raging, I did think. Good Palamon would miscarry, yet I knew not. Why I did think so, our reasons are not prophets. When oft our fancies are, they are calming off. Alas, poor Palamon. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, Pirithous, Arcite as victor, and attendants and see. Theseus. Lo, where our sister is in expectation. Yet quaking and unsettled, fairest Emily. The gods, by their divine arbitrament, have given you this night, he is a good one. As ever strook at head, give me your hands. Receive you her, you him, be plighted with. A love that grows as you decay. Arcite. Emily. To buy you, I have lost what's dearest to me. Save what is bought, and yet I purchase cheaply. As I do rate your value. Theseus. O loved sister. He speaks now of as brave a knight as e'er did spur a noble steed, surely the gods would have him die a bachelor, least his race should show i'th world too godlike, his behavior so charmed me, that methought Alcides was to him a sow of lead, if I could praise each part of him toth all I have spoke, your Arcite did not lose bite, for he that was thus good encunted yet is better, I have heard. 2 Emulous Philomels beat the ear oath night. With their contentious throats, now one the higher. Anon the other, then agging the first. And by out-breasted, that the sense could not be judged between 'em, so it fared. Good space between these kinsmen, till heavens did make hardly one the winner, where the guirland. With joy that you have won, for the subdued, give them our present Eustis, since I know their lives but pinch 'em, let it here be done. The scene's not for our seeing, go we hence. Right joyful with some sorrow, arm your prize. I know you will not lose her, Hippolyta. I see one eye of yours conceives a tear. The which it will deliver. Emilia. Is this winning? O all you heavenly powers, where is your mercy? But that your wills have said it must be so. And charge me live to comfort this unfriended. This miserable prince that cuts away. A life more worthy from him than all women. I should and would die too. Hippolyta. Infinite pity. That fower such eyes should be so fixed on one. That too must needs be blind for't. Theseus. So it is. Skeena 4, the same, a block prepared. Enter Palamon and his knights pinioned, idler, executioner, and sea guard. Palamon. There's many a man alive that hath outlived. The love oath people, yea, I self-assam estate. Stands many a father with his child, some comfort. We have by so considering, we expire. And not without men's pity, to live still. Have their good wishes, we prevent. The loathsome misery of age beguile. The gout and rheum that in lag hours attend. For grey approachers, we come towards the gods. Young and unwappered, not halting under crimes. Many and stale, that sure shall please the gods. Sooner than such, to give us nectar with For we are more clear spirits, my dear kinsmen, whose lives for this poor comfort are laid down. You have sold too cheap. What ending could be? Of more content, or us the victors have. Fortune, whose title is as momentary. As to us death is certain, a grain of honor. They not o'erweigh us. Let us bid farewell. And with our patience anger tottering fortune. Who at her certainty reels? Come, who begins? Palamon. Even he that led you to this banquet shall taste to you all, aha, my friend. Your gentle daughter gave me freedom once. You'll seat done now forever, pray how does she? I heard she was not well, her kind of ill. Gave me some sorrow. Ye Eiler. Sir, she's well restored. And to be married shortly. Palamon. By my short life. I am most glad on't, 'tis the latest thing. I shall be glad of, prithee tell her so. Commend me to her, and to peace her portion. Tender her this. Nay, let's be offers a night. Is it a maid? Palamon. Verily, I think so. A right good creature, more to me deserving. Then I can quite or speak of. All knights. Commend us to her, they give their purses. Ye Eiler. The gods requite you all. And make hers thankful. Palamon. Aid you, and let my life be now as short. As my leave taking, lies on the block. Lead, courageous Causin. We'll follow cheerfully, a great noise within crying, run, save, hold. Enter in hast a messenger. Messenger. Hold, oh hold. Enter Pirithous in haste. Pdrithous. Hold, hoa, it is accursed hast you made. If you have done so quickly, noble Palamon, the gods will show their glory in a life that thou art yet to lead. Palamon. Can that be? When Venus I have said is false, how do things fare? Pdrithous. Arise, great sir, and give the tidings ear that are most dearly sweet and bitter. Palamon. What? Hath whacked us from our dream. Pdrithous. List then your cousin, mounted upon a steed that Emily did first bestow on him, a blacky one owing not a hair worth of white, which some will say weakens his price, and many will not buy his goodness with this note, which superstition here finds allowance on this horse's Arcite, trotting the stones of Athens, which the Calkins did rather tell than trample, for the horse would make his length a mile, if't pleased his rider to put pride in him, as he thus went counting the flinty pavement, dancing as 't were toth music his own hoofs made, for as they say from iron came music's origin. What envious flint, cold as old Saturn, and like him possessed with fire malevolent, darted a spark? Or what fair sulphur else to this end made? I comment not, the hot horse hot as fire took toy at this, and fell to what disorder his power could give his will, bounds comes on end, forgets school doing, being therein trained, and of kind manage, pig-like he whines at the sharp rowel, which he freets it rather than any jot obeas, seeks all foul means of boisterous and rough iadry to deceit his lord that kept it bravely, when not served, when neither curb would cracky, girth break nor differing plunges disroot his rider whence he grew, but that he kept him tween his legs, on his hind hoofs on end he stands, that Arcite's legs, being higher than his head, seemed with strange art to hand his victor's wreath, even then fell off his head, and presently backward the Iade comes o'er, and his full poise becomes the rider's load, yet is he living. But such a vessel 'tis that floats but for the surge that next approaches, he much desires to have some speech with you. Lo, he appears. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, Emilia, Arcite in a chair. Palamon. O miserable end of our alliance! The gods are mighty, Arcite, if thy worthy, manly heart be yet unbroken. Give me thy last words. I am Palamon, one that yet loves thee dying. Arcite. Take Emilia, and with her all the world's joy, reach thy hand. Farewell, I have told my last hour, I was false, yet never treacherous, forgive me, cousin. One kiss from fair Emilia, 'tis done. Take her, I die. Palamon. Thy brave soul seek Elysium. Emilia. I'll close thine eyes, prince, blessed souls be with thee. Thou art a right good man, and while I live, this day I give to tears. Palamon. And I to honor. Theseus. In this place first you fought, even very here. I sundered you, acknowledge to the gods our thanks that you are living. His part is played, and though it were too short, he did it well. Your day is lengthened, and the blissful dew of heaven dews arrows you. The powerful Venus well hath gracked her altar, and given you your love. Our master Mars hath vouched his oracle, and to Arcite gave the grace of the contention. So the deities have showed due justice. Bear this hence. Palamon. O cousin, that we should things desire which do cost us the loss of our desire, that naught could buy dear love, but loss of dear love. Theseus. Never fortune did play a subtler game. The conquered triumphs, the victor has the loss, yet in the passage the gods have been most equal. Palamon, your kinsman hath confessed the right oath. Lady did lie in you, for you first saw her, and even then proclaimed your fancy. He restored her as your stalny Ewell, and desired your spirit to send him hence forgiven. The gods my justice take from my hand, and they themselves become the executioners. Lead your lady off, and call your lovers from the stage of death, whom I adopt my friends a day or two. Let us look sadly and give grace unto the funeral of Arcite, in whose end the visages of bridegrooms we'll put on, and smile with Palamon, for whom an hour, but 1 hour since, I was as dearly sorry, as glad of Arcite, and am now as glad as for him sorry. O you heavenly charmers, what things you make of us, for what we lack ye. We laugh for what we have, are sorry, still. Our children in some kind, let us be thankful for that which is, and with you leave dispute that are above our question. Let's go off and bear us like the time, flourish exeunt. Epilogivi. I would now ask ye how ye like the play, but, as it is with schoolboys, cannot say. I am cruel fearful, pray yet stay a while, and let me look upon ye, no man's smile. Then it goes hard, I see, he that has loved a young handsome wench, then show his face. 'Tis strange if none be here, and if he will, against his conscience, let him hiss and kill. Our market, 'tis in vain I see to stay ye. Have it, the worst can come then, now what say ye? And yet mistake me not, I am not bold. We have no such cause, if the tale we have told, for 'tis no other, any way content ye. For to that honest purpose it was meant ye. We have our end, and ye shall have ere long, I dare say, many a better to prolong. Your old loves to us, we and all our might rest at your service, gentlemen, good night. Venus.